Hoshi Gaming, dude, how do you not get impatient or aggravated at this crime and the time it takes for shit to fix itself? Please give Hope speech. I was kind of asked to do this the other day. Like, there are things that are within our control, and there are things that are not within our control, right? So we can do what we can to kind of put the odds in our favor as best we can, because we're not the one percenters. We're not the movers and shakers that, you know, they can buy 80 million shares of a stock, or they can short 100 million a day, and who cares? Like, they just can't do their thing. Those guys, they've got huge donations to political people. They bribe folks. They offer them careers outside of their SEC jobs or whatever, and they can do a lot of damage that we don't really have much of a response for. What we have is a huge number of folks, right? And there's a bunch of us, and we can be annoying as hell. And that's our superpower. That's what we can do, is we can make 60,000 phone calls to FINRA or the SEC or the FBI or to members of Congress, and we can keep hammering them again and again and again and again. We can go to town hall meetings, raise a hand, ask a question, and then put them on the spot and get them start talking about this stuff amongst themselves. And that's what we can do. Outside of that, right? A lot of these decisions are in the hands of decision makers, and I'm not one of those decision makers. So, the best I can do is what I can, and then kind of just twiddle my thumbs and go on YouTube and talk about it. So that's kind of how it works. We can push them to be proactive and fix it now, or when the whole system collapses, they're going to pretend like, well, no one ever saw it coming, even though there's thousands of us calling them. Be like, hey, this can collapse the economy. Hey, you got to do something about this. Hey, let's fix it. They won't acknowledge us at that point. But when it all collapses and they have to make new laws and reintroduce Glass-Steagall and things like that, that's how they fix it. They either do it post-mortem after the shit's hit the fan, or they can do it ahead of time to ensure that when the shit hits the fan, it doesn't hit as hard as it possibly will. And again, that's like, it's out of our control. We can nudge them and tell them and see if they'll get on it. But Hoshi, we just shake our head and go, oh, some people's children. Pretty much what my dad does whenever, like, one of my siblings does something stupid or I do something stupid. He goes, oh, some people's children. So I'm not sure if that's the most inspiring speech you could have, but control what you can. Throw your hands up for the rest.